Mr. Bonafeather didn't want it known that you were engaged in slave trading.
I've got one son that steals my laundry and spends his money heaven knows where. Another a lawyer and wins cases and don't get paid for them.
To fight. But you can't fight marriage. Marriage, is it? To that woman.
Oh, now, Miss Scarlett, you come on and be good and eat just a little, honey.
No. A woman can change better than a man. A man lives sort of, well, in jerks.
That's the way I'm made. I'm not one of you anemic creatures who can get nourishment from a lettuce leaf.
Well, I think it'd be kind of exciting. You take your photograph and then we could have it for nothing.
You know what it is to be ugly all your life and to feel in here that you are beautiful.
That's right. Find a nice girl, look after you, a good girl.
A Grand National. Large dream for a little girl.
Yesterday at the Ritz was tough going.
I know, I saw it.
Did you? Did I show it?
And don't treat me to any more lessons of tolerance. I'm sick of it. I am not going to marry into hothead shouting and nerves.
Always low-cut, very décolleté. I wore hardly any makeup.
She holds her head at just the right angle. That takes training. That takes years of training.
I've been telling you Harvey is a rabbit. A big white rabbit, 6 feet high, or is it 6 feet 3.5?
You've no idea how ridiculous you're being. You suggest that my sister or I or anyone else of our family could have...
You're the first person I ever knew who began by hating him and ended up liking him. Do you always do everything backwards?
He was a bomber pilot. He tried to taxi his plane to the edge of the apron. And the Japs made a direct hit on it.
I don't want you to do anything. You let your conscience tell you what to do.
Now you want $5,000 of my money to go into business to pay your father back what he lost. You know, that's funny.
Yes, you were. The other idiot boy's downstairs having himself a big party.
Perfectly plain, Major. There's no question whatever of my asking you to leave this hotel.
I had to go into hiding in the country to escape a labor call-up. But he has let me have the radio for you.
Anywhere, anytime. In the tent, standing up, laying down, or any other way.
You forget I'm in America.
You're jealous, are you? I'm a little strung up. You see, it's the first time I've ever flown. And this morning I had to borrow one of my maid Armstrongs.
Monsieur, Madame Hortense has not the bugs.
Provoked by Shelley Winters as the wanton mother.
You stay out of this one, you stupid old drunk!
Who are you? And what?
He was intercollegiate state and middleweight champion.
Honey.
Well, you were. You still...
What did I do wrong? I thought you'd be having your back and shut! Yeah, it was...
Well, she's cremated yesterday. Now we gotta forget and go on. It won't be easy with only children of our own. You have any?
No, we...
Up there like that?
Well, nobody around here looks. Most of our customers are classical.
You're English, aren't you? I knew it the moment you started to talk. You make our language sound so delightful.
Why am I always apologizing to you, you little bastard? 3 months I've been apologizing to you without you even being here.
Mother, are you conducting some kind of survey?
You're asking for it, Donnie.
Oh.
I'm sure Mrs.
But Frankie Roosevelt said we gotta look out for one another.
I don't care about Frankie Roosevelt.
But he says it.
That's
your room. Nay, not till morning in my bedgown.
No.
You dry?
No, don't comb my hair out.
No, I'll do it now. I'll do it.
And if you can't work up a winter passion for me, the least I require is respect and allegiance.
Finally, there's some real hope in the world. Do you understand? Yes, of course.
Why the hell didn't I wear my black pantsuit?
Because I am wearing it.
I've since gotten some help. And I have worked very, very hard to become a whole human being.
And Andre, I would like the words deported. In 1919, the government of the most powerful country in the world is afraid of this woman.
I wish that a guy could be honest enough just to say, hey, listen, I find you very interesting.
I believed in you. I thought you were a man of light. That's why I gave you those stories you think are...
Now, speaking about power, the whole of this entertainment is an exercise in power.
He came to my place in New York the night before he left to marry the woman in California.
Of course, I was so tongue-tied all night. I can't believe I said that about the Guggenheim.
Going down the toilet. Cover up that damn thing. Come on, put some makeup on it. All right.
Talk about Edward, his problems. Talk about anything. Pick up the phone and just talk. Don't you ever get the urge to do that?
On All Souls Night, and you have to say 5 Our Fathers and 5 Hail Marys and 5 Glory Bees, right?
I don't think I'm rambling. I'm just answering a question. He's got an attitude now.
I don't have an attitude.
Yes, you do have an attitude. We're having a little discussion.
Women can have babies, which is kind of like creating. And which also counts for the fact that women are so attracted to men.
Range of 10 to 16 foot-pounds of torque. I routinely twist maximum allowable torquage.
One day when my mother and father were singing together in the forest, a great storm blew up out of nowhere.
No, don't speak. Please don't speak. Please don't speak.
Stop it now! Stop! Now listen, I don't like possessive men. You come in here, you don't want to do anything with me. You're telling me what...
I don't know what Mary told you about me, but I don't need company. I don't need to be looked after.
I remember you from Christmas Eve. You have a thing for helping women, don't you, Officer White?
But I know something of a woman and a man's profession. Yes, by God, I do know about that.
Unless they're giving you shocks. Or God forbid letting you out. Then you get to see the great, wonderful Dr. Dyke.
There's you, and there's the painting, and you need.
Professor Nash, if I can ask you to dinner.
We're gonna bunny hut. I bought some aspirin down at United Drug.
A cloud over the land, but they made the weather, and then they stand in the rain and say, shit, it's raining!
A grand adventure, but it couldn't possibly last. We're too alike, you and I.
Exactly exhausted, are they? I mean, they are just lying in the way of the tank.
You want my loving soul right on the line.
Action lawsuit. The architect of our defense has been arrested for running naked through a parking lot.
Que si Pinto dice, ask him. He stole everything from me. His whole style.
Stand up there and look down at me like you're a woman. You don't know what real women do. Real women sacrifice.
God, he's a cab driver. He knows everything about boxing, right?
Yes,
I don't think so. I think he's gonna steal your son's money and rob him blind.
That good vanilla from Mexico. And something else real special.
I dreamed that God would be forgiving. I got this from Mrs. Shaw. Mrs. Epps won't even grab me no soap to clean with.
Getting married, having kids, getting divorced. The time that we thought you were dyslexic. When
I need to talk to my husband. I need to hold my husband. Anita.
Deal with it, Troy. I got a life too. I gave 18 years of my life to stand in the same spot as you.
Making apple brown Betty's. No, I made you a champion. Knowing you'd hate me for it. That's the sacrifice a mother makes.
Feel like armor? Are you really feeling protected? What is it like when you're really all alone?
Ever is Mary, mother of Jesus, and she's perfect. She's a virgin who gives birth.